Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. We've finally got some unbelievable news for you lot today. Some fantastic breaking news earlier on today. Huge this, massive in fact. Now I've done plenty of videos already on the channel on the possible expansions, developments, movements of St James's Park, whether it be a new stadium or expanding the current one. There's a few videos out there since the takeover because, to be honest, one of the biggest gripes and the biggest maybe concerns since the takeover was, will we be able to extend the stadium? Can we extend it? Will we be moving stadium? That type of thing. Because Mike Ashley had sold the land at Strawberry Place for £9 million 4 years ago, and that completely halted any chance of progression beyond the Gallowgate, extending it, making it bigger, because that's the clear and obvious way to do this, isn't it? Now we're going to get into the official story in a minute, by the way. I'm just going to waffle for a bit, but we're going to get into the official article, which is available on Mail Online. It's an exclusive from Craig Hope, but there's been rumours of it for a few days now. I've seen you lot commenting on my videos last couple of days saying, oh, can you do a video on this? Can you do a video on this? So it's coming for you right now, all right? But like I was saying, the Strawberry Place behind the Gallowgate, that was the obvious and clear way to extend St James's Park, increase capacity, and just make it look fucking mint, to be honest, because we can have all the way around now. I've dreamed of this, right? Dreamed of it. All the way around from Lasers, Milburn, and the Gallowgate, all one big glass roof. I remember LMA Manager, and for you that aren't old enough, that was a video game back in the day, bit like Football Manager, to be honest, like Champman, and on there you could expand your stadium. I remember I used to do it at St James's Park, make it all the way around like that. Now that's the ultimate dream, all the way around, but the East Stand, we know there's issues behind that stand due to grade listed buildings and all that stuff, heritage and stuff, that are really difficult to build up the East Stand or build behind it because of that. However, it was always available to the club, under Mike Ashley, under back in the day. Freddie Shepherd looked at it in the 90s, building it up from the Gallowgate, making it bigger. And how unreal is it going to look if we can get it all one level? Level 7 in the Gallowgate is going to be insane. And that's the goal of the club. That's where they're heading. That's what they want. That's what the new owners have been trying to do since they took over. And now they have officially bought back the land for that development. So in the spot where Strawberry Place is, you see it where the Metro is, basically, where St James's Park Metro is, all of that was meant to be getting transformed into hotels, offices, residential apartments, loads of stuff, skyscrapers. And the main thing that was going to piss me off about that was the fact that it was going to block the view of St James's Park, because we know it's the cathedral on the hill. We love how we can see it. Any part of town you can see it. If you're in Gateshead at the back, you can see it. When you first come into town, Central Station, you can see it. You're driving here, there and everywhere. Across Newcastle, you can see a bit of St James's Park. When you're walking up even to the game on a match day, you see it there, and it's unreal, beautiful. That was going to get blocked by big skyscrapers. It's not New York City, right? This isn't the Big Apple. This is Brownhill. This is Newcastle. We don't want none of that shit, and thankfully, it's not going to happen. We've bought back the land. Mirdad Gudusi in particular has especially been working hard on this to bring back the land. Now, I've seen things throughout the week as well where people are saying, you know, the council actually changed their mind on this. Since the takeover, since selling out the games week in, week out, Newcastle City Council realised that it's not a good idea to be giving this land away to offices, to rental properties, all this sort of stuff. Student accommodation again, like we see all over St James's Park. You know, it's not a good idea because the city and the businesses in and around St James's Park can make way more money by having a bigger stadium, by having more seats, because then the pubs, restaurants, everything in and around the stadium, in the city centre itself, transport, buses, the lot, are always going to make much more money from an extra 10 to 15,000 seats, 10 to 15,000 people every fortnight, every other Saturday at a match day. Europe as well, if we get there, you know how busy Wednesday nights, Thursday nights are going to be, whatever competition we get in. Tuesdays as well, you know, there's going to be a lot going on in Newcastle. There's loads of revenue to get in there. And the main thing that the owners want is to increase that, because again, by doing that, FFP, buy players, get bigger, get better. You can do that, having more fans in the stadium, having more match day, you know, revenue, through your pies, through your beers, you know, through your match day shopping, you know, the club shop on a match day, whatever, buying the new kits, buying the merch, buying the training gear, all of that accumulates massively. Newcastle are currently massively missing out on that, because look at 52,000 sold out every week. You can't get anywhere near a ticket. You know what I mean? We could easily, and I said this months ago, we could easily sell out St James's Park 2 times over. I'm telling you, we could easily have a 90,000, 100,000 seat stadium. But that's before we've even took off. That's before in a couple of years' time with Champions League, before we're fighting for titles, hopefully. Look at now, we are third, fourth in the league, fourth now, after last weekend's draw. We are in a final of a cup. We are chasing down European, qualifications. So there is chances of that happening very soon. And if we can do that so quickly where we increase the amount of people there, it's mad. Because like I say, Newcastle now, every time you go on, there's 30,000 people waiting for a ticket. They've already sold 35,000 season tickets. There's always 30,000 people waiting for that extra ticket on a match day, the extra tickets here and there. So there's 70,000. You're not even talking about tourists that are going to come in from around the world, from up and down the country. Newcastle fans that live in Ireland, that live here, that live there, that are going to come over, and are going to come over. More so, the better the team gets, the more entertaining it is. So I'm telling you, easy can sell out 75, 80, 90,000. Easy. So Newcastle United are now looking at doing that. The Gallowgate expansion is real. Be interesting to see if the club come out and officially reveal this soon, but Craig Hope, reliable, good journalist, he's put it out there on Daily Mail. He said that it is official that the club have bought back that land and are now currently looking at long-term options of extending the Gallowgate, expanding St James's Park. In the meantime, they're going to build a fan zone for Newcastle United fans on a match day. So a fan zone's an interesting one. Now, I've seen that myself firsthand at other grounds. St Mary's in Southampton have it. To the left of the stadium, they have a fan zone. Etihad have it at City. Aston Villa have a good one actually at Villa Park. Essentially what it is because I've seen some people getting confused about this, it's just a stage. You'll have a stage where you'll probably have live bands on, ex-players talking before the game, half-time and stuff, big screens up of games that are on Sky, the lunchtime kick-off if it's 3 o'clock kick-off for the Toon, or if Newcastle are playing at 5:30, like we seem to be a lot lately, they could have the big screen on there where fans can go and watch it outside St James's Park if you can't get a ticket to be inside St James's Park. So you can watch the games there. Match day experiences, they'll have stuff on for kids and stuff, you know what I mean? Maybe the odd little fairground ride, bit of carny floss or something, you know what I mean? A couple of the mascots, Monty and Magpie, trotting about the place, But just a match day experience where fans can gather for a beer, for food, before, during and after the game. So that's a great thing, to be honest with you. I think Newcastle have been missing out on that for ages. You kind of see it on these rugby weekenders and stuff where they have pop-up things like that. So it's good that they're going to have a fan zone there. Good interaction, more development from the club, because even people will want to come over just to experience a bit of that, be in and around the ground, the atmosphere. Try and get in if they can't. Well, at least we've got the fan zone to enjoy, So it makes sense. That's the short term, though. That's what they're going to probably look to do in the next few months, next year, and then obviously building work once it can officially be going ahead on the Gallowgate. Now, if we do get a level 7, it'll be interesting to see how many extra seats that is. Probably, 65,000, maybe 70, 10,000 seats or something. We've heard Murdad rumour that kind of number before, trying to increase it by 10 to 12,000. So they'll be looking at around 65 to 70,000, I think. And like I said, no bother at all in selling those tickets. Absolutely no bother. They could do it now. But imagine when hopefully we are in the position that Man City are in terms of challenging for titles and stuff year in, year out. If that's us, and we're in Champions League or in Europa League, whatever, that's massive. That's going to be huge for us, and the seats will no doubt get filled because the supply at the minute is nowhere near matching the demand for Newcastle United tickets. So it's great that the club have bought the land back, Strawberry Place. They can expand the Gallowgate now. They're looking at options on how to do that. A couple of things they've got to work on is obviously that main road that's in the way of it, especially for access to the hospital and stuff, and how busy it already is on a match day. But loads of these things will be getting worked out behind the scenes. And it's absolutely amazing news. Absolutely buzzing with this. It's what is needed. It's the ideal scenario. Now, I said I was up for moving to a new stadium. I would move to a new modern stadium. No problem about it, to be honest. I see a lot of people don't like the idea. It doesn't bother me. As long as it's obviously not in the middle of nowhere, which still needs to be city centre vibes, but it would be. It would be. But, because I love the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Really, I think that's a class stadium. But obviously, this is the ideal scenario. This is my preferred option. This is the best. If we can expand St James's Park, touch it up a little bit as well, which they've obviously been doing in the concourses and stuff, but keep touching it up, keep modernising it a little bit without taking away its history and heritage and culture, because it is a beautiful, iconic stadium, St James's Park. It's amazing. So if you can do it up a little bit, increase the capacity, keep in this perfect location we're in now, then we're on to an absolute winner. dream come true. But that's the key points that I've covered. That's my thoughts on it. Fantastic news. Buzzing with it. I can't wait for St James's Park to be expanded. I think it'll look amazing. It'll be amazing to get more fans in there. And you'd think the atmosphere couldn't get any better. Well, it's about to. We're about to see level 7 Gallowgate flags. War flags at the top of Gallowgate. Oh, mate. Amazing stuff. Imagine how insane that's going to look, sound and feel. A bigger, better St James's Park. It keeps getting bigger and better being a Newcastle fan. Unreal times to be a Geordie. Cheers for watching, everyone. Drop your thoughts below on this video. Subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV and enjoy yourself.